Hey guys, and welcome back to Survive Together Die Alone. This is development blog number 17. Now, this month and a bit was a bit of a different one. I didn't get as much done as I would have liked to, just because we did traveling and other stuff, and I was actually sick for a bit. So things were actually pushed back, and I didn't get as much done this month as I would have liked to initially. But what I have done is I've actually reworked the intro scene for my game. Now I won't show too much of that as it is part of the story, and I don't want to ruin it as of yet until it's essentially released. But yeah, the intro scene was reworked. Now I've added a new little small system into the game to sort of assist the player when it comes to visualization. Essentially, it is a primary, secondary, and melee display on the player's HUD, as it shows on the very bottom. And depending which weapon is equipped, tell you if you're currently in your primary, secondary, or melee. And this is just a thing I've been meaning to add for a while, as it is quite it's one of those things that you sort of need as a visual representation, just to sort of assist the player when it comes to the whole game itself. Now, I've also made my own dialogue system. Now, this was pretty simple, but it's essentially a way, it makes it easier for me as I design the game, sort of like a drag and drop function, and I just change it how I like, and the system will handle itself. And it's a new little minute function I've added, but it does work, and it speeds up a lot of things when it comes to development time and cost, essentially. Now, this isn't a graphical change, anything by any means, or new features being added, but essentially I decided to rework my hotel exterior scene. Now, the reasoning behind why I did this was due to the AI not really working nor functioning in the old hotel exterior scene. Now, this is the third time I'm redesigning this level, and I've definitely learned from my mistakes to say, hey, you've got to prototype, but yet again, prototyping is time, and sometimes you just got to throw things together and hope it works, and if it doesn't, then it's a high risk, high reward, because it saves a lot of time. But if you do fail, it can cost you a lot of time as well. So it's sort of about balancing and finding the right little leverage between the two there. Anyway, so I decided to redesign this level, and I'm currently in the designing process of this level, and it's definitely a lot better, a lot more open-minded, wider areas, so the AI navigation mesh actually works how I intend it to work, and the AI function. And I'm using it's like query, something to do with it queries the environment. Essentially, the AI have an understanding of the environment a bit better. It's a system in Unreal Engine 4. I didn't really design it, you just enable it and add a whole bunch of things in, but it works a lot better than the standard AI, and I did a whole bunch of upgrades on the AI, but it wasn't too much in terms of programming. It's more or less just a few boxes I had to tick here and there and add a bit of code in and get it to work, and it worked, and it was good. But in the end, I'm glad I'm doing this design change, but it has definitely taught me a few lessons, and I'm learning from mistakes, and I'm glad I'm learning from these mistakes, because these things you can't just be told from someone. You sort of have to experience it yourself to then understand the real cause and effect of it happening. But anyways, besides that, that was pretty much that's pretty much what I've done for this past month, and I reckon this next month I'm going to try and work a bit harder and try and get a lot more done, trying to finish this level off, trying to add a few more features, trying to finalize things, and I'm in that stage, just finalization. I've pretty much finished everything when it comes to the base elements of the game, but I'm just adding in things like guns and AI and animations. It's just the little subtle things that add flavor to the game, that make it a bit more atmospheric and just content wise, but yet again, that's what's going to take the longest, because level design is a long journey. So that's pretty much it for this month, and hope to see you guys next time. And yeah, this was a pretty short video, but I'm planning to start uploading more and trying to grow my community a bit bigger. Anyway, see you guys later.